Hey, good morning. Well, it tells me that a number of resources and sites are going to be continuing to offer these services as we see those excessive heat warnings, one of them being the Burton Barr Library behind me here. You can see that people this morning have been utilizing this library, whether they're hanging out outside the front, they've been going inside and out because they're trying to escape this heat that we've been seeing. And throughout the summer, the city says this library has recorded 998 visitors so far. And that's only a fraction of the heat relief demand that it has seen. Take a look at some of the numbers it's recorded through the city's weekly heat reports. Amongst all of its respite and extended hour cooling centers, the city has recorded 31,657 visits. Of those visitors, more than 28,000 or 91% of them reported that they're experiencing homelessness, and 65% are returning visitors. I spoke to David Hondula, the director of heat relief and mitigation, and he tells me this is the first year the city has really tracked and reported this kind of data at its 5 extended hour overnight heat relief sites, and hopes that this will help the city start planning for next summer.
This year is going to set a new baseline in terms of our ability to track and report information like total visits. The majority of the visits have been at Burton Barr, and we'll be certainly thinking about that as we begin our planning for next season. It's clear that there are certainly some needs in particular places in the city.
Right now, you should be seeing the 5 city heat relief sites on your screen. All 5 will have extended services through the first week of October. But the Burton Barr Library will be the only location offering 24/7 services. The other 4 locations will operate under regular business hours. Now, as our first alert weather team continues tracking triple-digit temperatures this week, Hondula is urging people to find relief where you can, and especially utilizing the Maricopa County Heat Relief Network map. That's the best solution to you finding heat relief that is closest to you, or whether that's a respite or cooling center. So we'll have that link for you at our AZ Family website. But, you know, guys, he was telling me on top of all the numbers that they have recorded with visits, he says the department has given out well over 1 million water bottles to the people around Phoenix here. And they're going to see that rise probably throughout this week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
Thank you, Elena.
All right, Elena.